Hello guys, this is Dr. Lior Bar-El, and man, do I got some news for you today that might be a little bit disappointing. If you guys, those of you that have the Switch, definitely go into the store right now, into the, into the Nintendo eShop. Those of you that don't, I'm just going to tell you exactly what's what. Now, if you guys look, you're going to see Resident Evil 1 is there, Resident Evil 0, and Resident Evil 4. Now, there is a lot of issues. First off, I'm going to explain to you what we see there, and I'm going to explain to you exactly what I heard from my sources. They're always accurate, and I think that everybody has a right to know this before they lay any type of pre-order on this thing, okay? So let's go just right into this. I'm a little bit ticked off because if you look at it, you're going into, let's say, Resident Evil 1 or 0. There's a lot of things that piss me off. The first thing is there's no pictures to show you what's, what the game looks like. Okay, and there's a big reason for that, and I'll get right into it. And I think that there's a big scheme going on with Capcom, that I think they're doing, like they did with their, with Street Fighter before when it came out and everybody was pissed off, and then they fixed everything. And I think they're starting to do a little bit of shady practice here, and I'm going to get right to it. Okay, so first off, you don't see any pictures of the game. It is there for pre-order. Okay, second is the price. Freaking ridiculous, okay? $30 freaking dollars, 30 per game for old games that you could get right now for $10 on eBay or 20 bucks at most. 30 freaking dollars, okay? My head can't even grasp that. And of course they got the Origins edition, which I'm sure they're gonna do it on the Switch, okay? Which is what, the Resident Evil 0 and Resident Evil 1 as a package. And you could get that at the most at 40 bucks, but believe me, you can find it even for 20 at your local mom and pops, game shops out there, okay? $40, let's say, maximum. Guess how much this shit's gonna cost when it's gonna come out? Based on what I heard from my sources. $60 freaking dollars. Unfreaking believable. Resident Evil 4, you could play it on a freaking mobile right now, okay? Resident Evil 4, you could play it on the PlayStation 2, on the GameCube, okay? Resident Evil 1, obviously you could play it in whatever, and Resident Evil 0. Kind of reminds me now, here's what I'm going to tell you guys. First off, do not press that button of the pre-order. Okay? I'm letting you guys know right now for a fact, do not do this because I'm going to tell you now how the game is going to look. That's right, people. I'm going to let you know how it looks before that damn thing even comes out. So, what did Capcom do? They released Resident Evil Remake Part 2 that I did a review for you guys, and I told you it was freaking phenomenal, which I wish it came out on the Switch. Unfortunately, it didn't. So, the reason why they're doing these things and just putting up the picture is, if you guys played Resident Evil 2 Remake, you're going to think, by default, a lot of you guys, probably not everybody, but a lot of you guys are going to think that Resident Evil 1 is going to be the same way. It's going to be a remade version. Everything is a remake in it. Okay, and I see already people on the forums writing that. In the forums, they were all writing that. Oh, I can't wait. Resident Evil 1. Screw Resident Evil 2, they said. Remake. I'd rather have Part 1 as a remake on this. And it's going to be freaking phenomenal. Guys, it's going to be like that shitty Final Fantasy VII. I love Final Fantasy VII. But I'm calling it shitty right now. In 2019. 2019. It's just up-resed. Final Fantasy VII. Instead of Final Fantasy VII Remake, they pretty much are ignoring everything and ignoring their fans and releasing yet another game that you could play on a freaking mobile phone and on a billion other systems, and you could play it on that for extremely expensive money when you could buy it right now for about 10 bucks. Exactly the same thing. It's just going to be an up-res to HD. It's just going to look more polished, like cleaned up a little. But it's not going to be a remade game like Resident Evil 2, like many people on the forums say. I hate being the, the person who gives you guys bad news, because I love you guys and I want you guys to have the best out there. I mean, this is why I came out with this channel. This is exactly the reason why I came out with this channel, so I can warn people when shitty games come out like that. Okay? So we're going to have an up-resed version of Resident Evil 1. An up-resed version of Resident Evil 4. An up-resed version of Resident Evil 0 at $30 freaking each. And when you're buying the 2-pack, Resident Evil 0 and 1 Origins, you're going to be paying $60 freaking for a game that you could get cheap as heck on other systems right now. Hell, you could freaking get it on any, even Resident Evil 4, even though it was corny on a mobile phone. You could play it on an emulator. If you own the original copy, it's legal to own a backup copy. You could play it on a freaking emulator for freaking free. On your phone, for fuck's sake. I just can't believe that they would be so freaking stupid to do something like that. And I expected it. Don't get me wrong. I really expected it. But I just had to make sure for you guys. So I went to my buddy in Nintendo. I spoke to him, and he told me, dude, there's really nothing to say here. I mean, based on what he was given the information, it's just going to be a frickin' up-res little game. Now, if you guys remember, if you buy Resident Evil 4 for the PC, you could already, there's a mod that you can up-res everything and it looks great. So you're going to get an HD version of that, but everything's going to look the same crap. I mean, it's just going to look good on a smaller screen, but if you play on a 4K screen, it's probably going to look like crap also. It's going to be, it's definitely not worth the $30 price point. And I just, and this is the weird part with Nintendo, because even when they do their games, when they pack it up, when you're buying a brand new Switch with, the Mario Odyssey edition, as I showed you guys, all it came with is regular red Joy-Cons, the different red, like a different shade of red, but it had no decals on it like in the 3DS, nothing, just like they threw it to, they just threw it together. But if you look at it, you're paying $10 for the case that came with it, and you're paying $60 for the game. You're not saving any money when you buy the bundle. You could buy it separate. In fact, separate would be better because you'd have a freaking physical copy. This thing is the same exact shit. Okay, if you're buying both of them, you're going to be paying $60 for the edition of 0 and 1. Okay, so the whole thing that you're going to be spending money on, it's going to cost $60. So for the Origins, so you're not even saving money. You could buy one now, one later. Hell, wait till it gets cheaper. You'll be saving up a ton of money. If you guys want to take it from me, this is what I recommend. Do not pre-order. If you did, see if you could undo it. Do not pre-order this freaking poop, okay? Wait till it goes on sale. I love to play Resident Evil, I do. But you know what? I love to play it back in the 90s. Now, if I'm playing Resident Evil 1 and he's walking like this and walking back like that, I don't care if you up-res, this game's gonna be shit. Okay? It's not gonna be cool. Another thing is, nowhere, here's the big flop, nowhere in that freaking description is there gyro aiming. So again, the thing that would have made this game stand out, let's say Resident Evil 4, is the gyro controls. And I think right now in 2019, screw 2019, right now with the Switch being capable to have gyro controls, the fact that Capcom is not, doing that, it's like, Ex Machina, as I showed you guys in the review. They didn't have gyro. There's no point of getting that game. The whole point of the Nintendo Switch that made it stand above the rest, because I'm used to playing, let's say, first-person shooters using a mouse, okay? So I always use a mouse. You get the best aim. You aim, boom, boom, you shoot, perfect aim. I get headshots all the time. But on a joystick, you can't do that. You could have aim assist, you could have whatever you want. You're still not going to get what you're looking for. So, with gyro controls, it gave you the ability to aim and perfectly aim between the eyes and pop the guy and shoot him. For games like Resident Evil 4, headshots matter. Okay, Resident Evil 2 Remake, it doesn't matter. You can blast them anywhere. They'll die either way. Okay, but in the head, you have a higher chance of striking. And Resident Evil 1, it didn't really matter. So the game should have had gyro controls. It should have had different, type of controls that are implemented in the game. But again, Capcom just said, you know what? We're going to tax the hell out of Nintendo and say, you know what? Because you could take it on the portable, on the go with you, we're not going to charge you, let's say, $20 at max. We're going to charge you $30. We're not putting anything extra in this crap. We're just going to up-res it a little bit, using whatever. To up-res a game, let me just tell you right off the bat, it's not like it's new textures or anything. It might have a little bit here and there, but it really isn't. What they do is they screw with the saturation. They raise it up. It's sort of like when I had the DVX100 camera. It was a regular SD camera. This was before HD came out. Then you would have Instant HD, it was called, okay? So you would have this program that basically took your small picture and would up-res it, okay? Even though you are sacrificing resolution and a bunch of things, in terms of clarity, they're still up-resing it, and it looks good to the naked eye, like you have an HD picture. That's basically what these poop makers pretty much did, okay? And basically they slapped on and said, you know what, you're going to go there and you're going to pay this much money for the game because, you could take it on the go with you. So we're going to charge you now, extra money, call it a tax, call it a fee, convenience fee, let's call it that. And we're going to have it $30. Now, I know they're going to say, well, you know what? And here's the other thing. What the hell? The Origins game, only I believe 0 is going to be on hard copy. The rest of them are going to be downloadable. So I know what they're going to say. The devs are going to say, well, you know what? The carts are expensive. Poppycock, guys. Let me tell you why. The carts went down in price. As you saw, I did the whole episode about that, showing you guys even. The prices of cartridges went down. So people could feel now a little bit, the devs could feel a little bit more comfortable taking a 64 gig card or even taking a 32 gig card instead of the stupid 16 gig as they're always pushing. Okay, but again, these games are like 32 gigs each one. So they could argue, they could debate and say, well, the cartridges are too expensive and this is why we did it the way we did it and blah, 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 blah. Let me explain to you guys. That's total bullshit. Let me tell you the real reason behind it. The real reason why people are pushing digital copies, and I was always against it. At first, they released a digital copy that was $10 cheaper in the computer market, PC games. And then if you bought the game as a physical copy, you'd pay about $10 more. Most of the time, then it became, oh, we'll give you extra stuff. You'll get, let's say, a miniature statue or whatever if you buy the physical copy. If you buy the other one, it's going to be $10 cheaper or the same price. But, they're pushing you to buy the physical. The reason why now they're pushing the digital copy is very, very simple. And the reason is that you will be forced to buy a brand new game at the damn price that these pieces of garbage are going to say it is. If they tell you it's $60, it's $60. You can't look for it, let's say like a computer game, you go to g2a.com and you look up a computer game that costs $60 on Steam and you could get the games for about $40, $50, $40, whatever for the code. They don't want that to happen because this isn't like the regular digital where you could look for the serial number and whatever. You can't buy these on like the third party. You have to buy it directly from these guys. You got to buy it from the store. You got to buy the actual code, and you can only get it from them. So if they say it's $60, damn it, it's $60. You can't find it cheaper anywhere else. You can't go with a physical, because a physical game, you can go on eBay and say, well, this dude's selling a used game. I'm going to get that one for about 30, 20 bucks. That's fine. You understand? Or 40 bucks or even 50 bucks because it's open box. I could get it $10 cheaper. They don't want that. They want you to get a downloadable copy, so you're paying the exact price. And guess what? This is the problem with the downloadable copies. When you're going to want to get, let's say a NintendoSwitch 2 comes, and let's say all the games that you bought in your library doesn't transfer over to that because it's NintendoSwitch 2. I'm not talking about the revisions and stuff that'll come in 2020, but I'm talking about later on. You can't just sell all of your systems and all your games and try, with your games and try to get enough money to pay for that. No, You're going to sell just the freaking system and erase all the games you bought in the digital world. And that's exactly what's going to happen, because it's going to be yours and you can't sell them because they're not physical copies. These things don't hold value. The digital copies only give them value. They give them the money, the profit. And that is the reason why they're going in that. Don't let them trick you with the, oh, the cartridges are too expensive, because they could make them just in small supply and see how it's doing and then release a damn full. In fact, it'll add to their hype. As you guys saw, when the Nintendo Switch was, wasn't readily available, everybody went crazy and wanted to have it. And they even marketed on eBay. People were marketing it $100, $200 higher. People don't care. People will wait for a game if it's good. That has nothing to do with it. The reason why they don't want a physical copy, especially, this is Nintendo's little tactic. It's because you won't find it anywhere. With computers, you will find computer games, digital or not. You will find it on G2A or anything with a serial code. You'll be fine. You'll buy the serial number and boom, you got yourself the thing, and you'll get it much cheaper. And this thing, you can't. You're buying it directly from them. This is all by strategy, people. All by design. This is exactly what Nintendo is doing. And it's really crummy. I mean, it's really... But Capcom, it's just extremely shady the way they're operating. And the fact that they're not putting any pictures for us to see of the game only validates my point that they're trying to be extremely cunning, tricky, and shady. Okay, so they know already everybody wants Resident Evil 2 Remake on the Switch. They know the hype is there, and they didn't do it. So what do? They release this poop, slap on $10 higher than the regular retail value, even though you could get it for $10, so it's technically $20 higher. And then they don't put up any pictures, and they see literally everybody talking about it on the forums, that it's going to be just like Resident Evil 2 Remake. It's a totally remade game. Nope, it's an up-res game. It's going to be poop. That's what it's going to be. It's going to be reincarnated, recycled poop. Okay, that was... Actually, it was already recycled. So it's like poop coming out of the butt, being recycled, being eaten again, coming out of the butt again, recycled, eaten, recycled again, and that's what you guys are getting for freaking $30 a freaking game. Total joke, and I'm recommending to you guys, do not, please, I'm giving you guys the sound advice, do not buy this freaking game until it goes on sale. Okay, when it goes on sale to $20, even though I think that's even too much, you go ahead and pick yourself up that damn copy, because then you could get all of those 3 games for $60. That would be worth it. But to pay for the, just for 2, for the Origins, 0 and 1, which is going to come out, you guys are going to see, for $60 is pathetic. Or to charge you $90 for all 3 of them is beyond freaking ridiculous. So don't even do that. Wait till it goes on sale. And believe me, if all of us don't buy this poop, they're going to see, Capcom's going to see that they're not, what they're doing is wrong. And hopefully, due to, they're seeing how great Nintendo is doing in sales, they might change their strategy and come out with games that are actually freaking good, like Resident Evil 2 Remake. They'll come out for the... for the Nintendo Switch and make it, work for us. But, until then, if people are actually purchasing it and they're buying it at the $30 value, they're going to continue on with the stupid thing. So I recommend you just wait till it goes on sale and then you buy it for about $20, even though it's not worth $20 either. Anyways, guys, as always, let me know what you guys think down below. If you like what you see, definitely like, subscribe, hit that bell button, as this is our channel, independent channel. This is why I opened this channel in the first place, to warn people, to let them know, like I did with WWE 2K18, and I swore on this, that I said on this channel, this is, we're not taking fees, nothing. This is our channel. This is the people's channel. We're going to make this great by giving truth to the public to prevent them from buying poop. And this, my friends, are freaking poop. Ridiculous. So anyways, let me know what you guys think. That is the most important. I want to know what you guys think down below. As always, like I said, keep those requests coming for the mini-series. We already did the how to build a computer. We did the how to build a cosplay helmet. And now we're going to be doing in about 2 weeks how to build a gaming / post-production / productivity desk on the cheap, in which I'm going to be giving away, dun dun dun, Noob Saibot, even though this is more like smoke, but trust me, the one that I have for you guys is black. Obviously, this is the one I wore, so but it's going to look exactly the same. It's going to have this little hoodie, and you put it on, and it looks great. Look at my other videos. I have it on. I'm not going to do it right now, but that's how it is. So, or the Scorpion, there'll be 2 winners. Anybody that wins that, the first winner will get to choose between Scorpion or Noob Saibot. You know, the other winner will get whatever's left over, but trust me, they're both great. Really awesome. Hope you guys are happy with it. But definitely stay tuned and keep those requests coming for more and more things. And I wish I could do them all, but obviously I'm self-funded here. So based on the request for each one, I will make a video on that. So as always, if you like what you see, help out this channel by liking, subscribing, hitting that bell button. Have a good one, y'all. Take care. Bye. As always, guys, if you like what you see, self-funded here, be sure to check out all my other stuff, from mini-series to unboxings to technology, you know, and Nintendo reviews and 3D printer reviews and all that good stuff. If you like what you see, the only way you can help the channel is by liking this video, subscribing, and hitting that bell button. As many more cool videos to come. Definitely want you guys in it, and I want you guys to be vocal. Definitely comment down below. I want to hear what you guys have to say. Have a good one, y'all. Take care. Bye.